Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you're having a really nice weekend wherever you are. This market is absolutely outstanding. This is a market that you need to be patient for, but without dragging anything out today, I'm just here to give you guys an update on my pump.fun position. As yes, I am going to be selling around 75% of my bag before the end of today. So this is essentially my signal that I'm sending out to you guys, and I've bagged over just over 3x profit on my initial investment. And as I said, I would be happy with those profits. I would leave the last 25% to spin, and I would be even happier with any extra profits that I get. But do understand that if there is a move upwards or a move downwards on that last 25%, I will be selling that momentarily afterwards. And again, I'll do another update video to ensure that you guys are being kept in the loop at all times. So as you can see, around 12,343 United States dollars. This was a very good play. And again, you needed to be patient for this. This is something I've been working on for almost a year just because of this bear market that we've been in. So let's just go over quickly and take a look at the fear and greed index. And I'll explain to you guys why I think this is a local top for pump.fun and the overall market. And now what we're going to be seeing is a possible claw back. Taking a look at the fear and greed index, we are still pushing upwards, but not so much vertically, so to speak. We're still teeter-tottering around that 71, 72 area, but essentially this is still in an upwards momentum. But again, there has to be a local top here. And the best way for you to really start to see a local top is to really pay attention to Bitcoin and that Bitcoin dominance scale, as I mentioned many times before. So let's just pay attention to Bitcoin very quickly. As you guys can see, I explained that we were getting a symmetrical mirror pattern. We had this original trend line above, we fell below, we replaced it with essentially a symmetrical pattern, and now we're getting a break back above that overall ascending trend line, which essentially should leave us in a position where this thing keeps going like so. But there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. So if you're someone like me that wants to bag the most profit during this cycle, then yeah, you're going to want to pay attention to this. We spoke yesterday about the RSI and the fact that pushing up anywhere above 70 to 80 is in an overbought region, meaning that everybody's come in, they've traded as much as they're going to trade, and this could essentially be a local top. Just focus on this area here on the RSI indicator down at the very bottom, and we can see that we've got this green highlighted area, which is again indicating that we are in the region of being overbought, meaning traders have come in, they've traded, and now people are starting to take profits. And if people are taking profits on BTC, if we're going to see a local top here, we're going to see a move back downwards. Well, the overall market is going to be moving with it, which means everything has done what it is going to do. And if BTC decides to go downwards, well, you better believe it, honey, the market is going to be moving with it. I did a very, very short update and technical analysis on Terra Luna Classic yesterday, but if you guys want to see some TNA throughout the course of this weekend, I'm more than happy to do that. Just let me know in the comments section, drop some hashtags with LUNC so it catches my attention. I did say that the RSI indicator on LUNC had absolutely shot up. I've not really seen this ever happen before, not with something as substantial as this. We've had it hit that resistance mark, and now we're seeing a red candle to bring us back down. And essentially, again, LUNC is indicating it is overbought. BTC is the leading factor saying it is overbought. So we're definitely due some kind of market move down of some form. So now let's focus on this. I mean, this is absolutely outstanding. I think I said to everybody, this was going to be a Ponky sized move. And for all intent and purposes, this is, but there's definitely going to be a clawback, and I'm where I need to be right now. I said I would get up into this region, I would then sell 75% of my bag, and I would leave 25% in this area so I could either hold it going up, gain more profit, or maybe lose just a little bit, and then set obviously a stop loss, which would then liquidate the final 25% of my bag. So this is really the play of the year so far for me, because honestly, it's been a bad year, but this has made back all of my losses. I was someone who tightened my belt at the very beginning of that bear market coming in. I called it the Trump dump, and he came in and it was supposed to be this great thing, and it simply it wasn't, and it led to the bear market that we're in now. And everything that built up surrounding his tokens moving, and it's all for another video. Now, is Pump.Fun going to carry on moving upwards if it has a clawback? I actually believe so, yes. I believe we've got this initial move, and yes, it's an initial move, but there has to be a pullback. The RSI indicator here is also showing us that we are in a region of overbought. We're starting to get that highlighted green area, which means, again, people are selling their assets. They're beginning to take profit, but people are also still buying because we can see the yellow line is still attempting to climb. And if these two attempt to catch up with each other, you might see a slight plateau here, some side swiping, maybe a bull flag of some kind, some maybe a pollen flag, one more going upwards, and there might be another ascension. There might be more to get here. But the point I'm trying to convey to everybody here listening is the fact that there has to be a local top, whether that's here or up here or up here. That doesn't matter to me because I held from down here. This is way more than enough profit. It is just over a 3x my original investment. It was, I think it was below $3,500 I originally invested and way above 12K now. So as you guys can see, this was a good play, but I do not think this is a meme coin. And I think this is where it's going to keep going after the clawback, after we see the profit taking and some consolidation. We come down and we have to find some kind of support because this is relatively new. Speaking of charts, there's not a lot to go off here when it comes down to historical patterns and really trying to look back in the past and then bring that into the future to try and correlate things and try to predict what's going to happen next. There's really not a lot to go off here, but the momentum is insane. Pump.Fun was originally going to airdrop a ton of these tokens out to a lot of creators and a lot of users, and they completely decided not to do that. And everything that they've done since that has essentially been to guard their token, to take this asset, which everybody thinks is a meme coin, and turn it into an altcoin. I truly believe that Pump.Fun isn't going anywhere. As the markets change, as regulations come in thick and fast, they're going to be people that have the money to actually cultivate their products, right? To bring them into this a new, domain of rules and regulations. And yeah, it's coming thick, it's coming fast. But as I was saying, guys, if if you're involved in this, I am honestly not giving you financial advice, but what I'm saying to you is I'm getting out here. 75% of my bag is being sold. Once this video has ended, once I've done the editing, I will be selling that 75%. My next update, you'll see I'll only have 25% of my bag left. If you are going to be greedy, if you're going to be one of those people that are saying to yourself, just $1,000 more, just $100 more, or just $160 more, I think you're being greedy. Something that I can honestly say to each and every one of you is every time I've thought that in my mind, just an extra $1,000, just an extra $50, $60 would, yeah, that would be fine, And then by that time comes, I wake up the next morning because I've been greedy, and then suddenly it's dunked by like 50%. And then I'm trying to wait for it to go back up again, and then it dunks even more. And then you find yourself going full circle. If you're somebody that's actually waiting on the sidelines, you didn't manage to get in down here, you didn't dollar cost average in, and you didn't make a position here, there is an opportunity for you coming up. Because if there is the consolidation, if there is going to be this huge pullback, if we are overbought, well, there's going to be a chance for you to re-enter. And these lines are going to be areas where I think we're possibly going to find some kind of support. And as we come back down, yes, you better believe it, honey, I am going to be re-entering here. I'm going to be re-entering here. And then if we pull back down into this area, I will be re-entering here once again. And I'll make my investments very light to begin with and then get heavier on the amount of dollar value I'm putting in as the price goes down, because I believe that this asset is going to continue running. It's going to set higher highs, it's going to set higher lows, and this would essentially be something that I ride through the rest of 2026 into 2027. And if you're someone who rode Ponky with me, you know what I'm like for calling these kind of assets. Honky got to this kind of level. I made a very, very small profit sale, and then I re-entered it all after the consolidation event, and it ended up running by an extra 600%. So the opportunities are there, and I think this thing is very early on. Whilst the entire market was lagging and sagging behind, Pump.Fun was strategically moving upwards. This wasn't a situation where we got the big dildo candle to begin with. No, this was strategic. It was made in a very, very nice manner. You know, you've got this lovely step up. And then the dildo comes in. And I've been around long enough to know a green dildo is something that you want to sell. You do not want to get shafted by this thing as it comes back down. Guys, stay safe. Have a great weekend. Stay humble. Stay aware. Beware of scammers in the comment section. I do try to cultivate them out, but it is not easy. I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to ask for your phone number. Definitely not going to give you mine. Not going to be video calling you. Not going to be sending you voice notes. But yeah, guys, catch you in the next one.